Hello folks and welcome back to another video. In this week's video I've been invited down to the car cave in Midlothian, which is one of Scotland's biggest classic Ford dealers, or classic cars in general. This place is absolutely mega, so we're going to have a look around at some of the stock they've got on show. So let's get straight into this. Now, to start us off in the yard of the car cave, we have this beautiful sort of pistachio green Mark II Escort. And this is actually a 1600 Sport Escort. It's finished in moss green, and it's not the only 1600 Sport we're going to be seeing today. There is actually a few more at the car cave. Then next to that we have this lovely British Telecom sign written Bedford van, very cool. Next to that we have this red MGB GT. On the interior it's got some really cool leather red and cream sort of coloured seats, they're really cool. Then next to that we have an absolute classic, the Mark I Escort 3-door. Now this one's got bonnet pins, so I'm not sure if this one's had a bit of fettling, but this thing's really cool. And then if we actually spin the camera around to the other side of the yard, there's this beautiful lime green classic Mini. This thing's pretty cool. It's got matching seats pretty much. They're black leather diamond stitched with a green trim going around it. That is really nice. Oh! I never even noticed that. It's got a glittery roof as well. That's cool as anything. That is absolutely lovely. Then behind the Mini we have this very faded, patina almost, Mark I Escort. This thing's a 3-door as well. It's just a shame with the red paint. It's obviously sat out in the sun and just started cracking and fading and stuff. It's a real shame. This one's actually a 1300 Escort, which is really cool, but it just needs a little bit of loving, and this would make for a really cool classic car. Now, coming along from the Mark I Escort is this beautiful BMW 635 CSI. Now this thing is absolutely huge. I mean, this is me at the back of the car, but it's still got loads of car left. This thing's beautiful. Finished in a sort of bluey silver. It is more of a blue. I'm not sure the exact colour, but this thing is absolutely lovely. It's got the automatic gearbox, so you're cruising along the road in comfort. This thing is so cool. And just next to the BMW was our second 1600 Sport Escort of the day. This one finished in white, and next to that was a Mark I Escort finished in poo brown. Spinning it round from the classics on this side, we have a beautiful BMW E30 convertible. Now this thing's really cool, it's just sitting out right in front of the car cave. Next to it we have this Focus RS, pretty cool, finished in nitrous blue, I like it. And then a Tangerine Scream Focus ST. Now tucked away behind the pistachio green Mark II Escort is a big huge Zephyr, pretty cool. Next to it is an Alfa Romeo 128, but this one being a pickup. I've never seen one of these before in my life. This thing's pretty cool. All the practicality, it's even got some nice leather seats in there. What a cool car. So basically what this car is a Fiat 128 pickup, but in South Africa these were actually licensed by Fiat to be made in the Alfa Romeo factory, so it's a cool and quirky wee car. Coming along for the Alfa Romeo is this, a Ford Sierra XR 4x4. Now these never really took off and I'm not sure why, but it's such a cool car. It's got the Recaros on the interior, pretty cool. But so 4-wheel drive Sierra, but they just never took off, but definitely a cool classic for someone. Along from the Sierra is this, another Mark II Escort 1600 Sport, very cool. Then another Mark II Escort, this one's a 5-door though, and it's obviously not white as well. Then another Sierra, this one's a 1.8 finished in silver, pretty cool. Another 5-door car for you. And next to the Sierra is a Cortina pickup, so we've got quite a few of these out in the yard. There's another one here, one in the corner there, and then one here as well. These are both pretty similar colours, but this one here has got some lovely SA custom wheels. How nice are they? That just sets this one off from the rest of the ones in the yard, to be fair. And then another couple 1600 Sports just sitting here, absolutely minted. Then another pickup here, then another Cortina pickup, then another Cortina, another Cortina. And then coming along from the row of Cortinas and the Mark II Escort is this. You've probably never seen one of these before. I'd never seen one before I'd seen this one. This is actually a Ford Fiesta Bantam. It's a factory pickup Fiesta. It's imported from South Africa. I've never seen one of these before in my life, as I've just said, but I'm just kind of confused with it all. It's very cool. It's got these little plastic arches on it. I'm not sure if they're standard. It's got some nice wheels on it. I don't think they're standard, probably not. It's got painted bumpers, but I don't know, but it's just a really cool car and definitely different. Now unfortunately these cars were only ever produced in South Africa, although you do find them in some other countries, but they span 3 generations and they were usually used as workhorses. So now that we've taken a look at some of the cars on the outside of the car cave, I think we should go inside and see some of the stuff in there. So we're now actually inside the car cave, and before we even look at the cars, can we just talk about how nice a unit this place is? It's got the big car cave logo up on the wall there, but actually looking around, this is such a cool place. It's the first time I've properly been down here. I've only ever been on the outside of the place, so this is my first time looking inside. This is really nice, such a cool place. So if we just come round for the entrance to inside the unit, is this lovely, huge Ford Granada GL. This thing's lovely, fitted with a 2 litre Pinto and finished in a lovely glossy orange. This thing's really cool. And on the first row in the sort of middle of the unit is a lovely RS2000 Mark II Escort. This thing's minted. You don't really see them in white. It's got the big nose cone on it as well. This is really cool. Next, another MGB GT. This one's got bigger wheels. They're pretty massive, to be fair, for that kind of car. And then next to that is a Fiesta XR2. Pretty cool. Now coming down the right side of the unit under the big logo, we have this BMW 2002. This thing's got a convertible roof. I've never seen one of these before. Pretty cool. Then if we're talking one of the holy grails of Ford is this Ford Escort RS Turbo, Recaro seats in it, turbo engine, absolutely minted. Next to the Escort we have this lovely Ford Fiesta, finished in a nice shade in metallic blue. This thing's pretty cool. And sitting under the Escort XR3 is this Ford Cortina, but it's an estate. It's also lowered. I'm not sure what is hiding under this bonnet, but with it being lowered and stuff, I think it's maybe a bit of a sleeper, but I don't know. And here is the Ford Escort XR3 that I was on about, that was up on the ramp above the Cortina. Now, I can't see much of the top half of the car, but from what I can see underneath, this thing's pretty clean, like, aye, looks pretty solid, like, cool car. Second row, boom, another Granada. This one's got a vinyl roof and it's finished in a sort of cream white. Now, I'm not sure the specific colour, but it's pretty nice and it looks really fresh. And coming along from the Cortina is this very special Ford Capri. Now, this is a Ford Capri RS 3100. These were specifically made for racing in Spa against the BMWs and what have you, but this thing's really cool. It's got the gold striping on it as well. Such a cool car and such a special car as well. Now, coming along for the Capri, it starts to get a bit tighter here, but we've got a Ford Escort RS 1600i, finished in metallic blue. This thing's lovely, minted interior in there as well, such a cool car. And tucked away behind the RS 1600i is a Ferrari F430. Didn't expect to see one of these here, but what a cool car. Next to the F430 is another Cortina estate. This one's a similar shady blue to the one that's under the ramp there, but it's just slightly different, but still a very cool car. Now, tucked away in the corner of the unit is another Ford Escort. This one finished in orange. Next to that, an E30 convertible, another one, but this one's a lovely shady metallic blue. And next to that we have another Fiesta, this one being a little 5-door. This thing's really cool, finished in silver as well. I think it's a gear too. And believe it or not, guys, this little Fiesta has just 139 miles on it from new. This thing's basically brand new. And next to the low mileage Fiesta was an even rarer car, a Ford Sierra XR8. Now, as the number 8 on the badge suggests, this thing's got a V8 inside. This is a genuine Ford car and there are only 250 ever produced. And coming down for the back row, we still have this little row here to go along. This is the left side of the unit and it's got this lovely 1965 Ford Mustang. It's a sort of orangey red, I'm not sure the exact colour, but so cool. Look at the embossed leather seating as well. If America was a car, it would definitely be this. It would have to be, surely. Such a cool car. Next to the Mustang we have a Mercedes 190E, another Capri. This one's obviously not as special as the 3100, but still cool. Then we actually come along to this Fiesta Super Sport. Now, these are just a little 1.3 litre engine, but these are actually more expensive to buy than that XR2 that's over there. Now, this is a genuine Super Sport. It got restored just about 14 years ago. It's said to be running 120 brake, which is pretty good, and the Recaros have been retrimmed to that lovely tartan man. What a car. And then next to the Super Sport is a lovely Mercedes SL. And that's a full walk around of one of the biggest classic car dealers in Scotland. Now, because this is a car dealership and these cars are for sale, I'm going to show you some of the prices, and it just shows how crazy the classic car market is. Now, I think first off we should start with that Sierra XR8. This thing's up for sale for £19,995, so basically 20 grand. Now, I'd searched the internet and this was the only one that was up for sale. There was only ever 250 of these ever made, and they were only made in South Africa, so I think that reflects on the price. Now, I feel like another car we have to do is RS 3100. This thing's listed for £53,995. Now, this is a genuine car, it's been authenticated, there were only 250 ever made, and this is one of 27 that were painted in Olympic blue. And last but not least, the Escort RS 2000. This thing's listed for £39,995. Now, this is an Australian built car, and it's not had any welding done underneath. This thing's really clean. So unfortunately, that brings us to the end of this video. That was a cool little insight into the car cave. There's loads of cool cars here and most of them are for sale. So if you did like anything you've seen and you wanted to spend a little bit of money, then there's plenty of stuff available here at the Car Cave. So just either phone them, email them, message them or whatever. But thank you very, very much for watching this video. Please like this video, comment down below and subscribe to the channel if you're new or you're watching my videos and you're not subscribed. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. I've got some more classic car content coming out pretty soon as we visit one of the places we've been before on the channel. So I hope you are looking forward to that. Thank you very, very much for watching.